Alright, what's up guys? Mike Multi-Reality Games here. We're sitting down with Ben Leverett. We've got top 32 here, 25K. So how's your weekend been done?
Good.
Enjoying yourself?
Yep.
Let's get right to this deck profile.
I played 3 Valve, 3 Unicorn, 2 Brio, 2 Colossalus, 1 Decisive Armor, 1 Gungnir.
You know, I think you're playing Nekroz, man.
Yep. It would look that way. 3 Manju, 3 Senju, of course. And then played 2 of the
Tell us about these.
Alright. So these cards, like, this one doesn't really work with the deck as much as these two do, but like, it just gives you really easy access to rank 4s, and then you can use Valve to tribute them, and then like get the card back, and then just make a rank 4. So it's like, if you've ever tried Shaddolls with Nekroz, it's essentially what you're trying to do by tributing the Shaddolls, except you just get a rank 4 out of it. So all these cards are better. This one just adds this one essentially, unless you can do something with this one. You can also activate Cycle and tribute this, and then some Unicorn, or tribute this, and then add this. So yeah, these cards were amazing all weekend. Then there's 1 Exo, 1 Great Sorcerer, 1 Straight. I only played 2 Kaleidoscope. Like, I just didn't really think that the 7th spell would be necessary. I think 2 was fine. I never missed it. Then there's 2 Mirror, 2 Cycle, and then 3 Upstart, 2 Roto, 1 Prep, and then Foolish, mainly just for the Performages. And then if you have like Cycle and Shred or whatever, you can just Foolish Valve, and then Tribute Shred and get Brio and Great Sorcerer. Yeah, essentially just search the Valve. Alright, to the side deck. Played 2 Puppet Plant, 1 Dance Princess. This card is really good against Puppet Plant. You can, like, if you go first, essentially, like, you can just summon it with Valve, and then if they want a Puppet Plant, they have to Puppet Plant your Dance Princess, and at that point it's just not worth it. They should just save it. So like, if they try to attack over your Dance Princess, like, they can't cast all your Valkyrus or 101 or anything. If they try to attack over it, you can just activate Valve and banish a Unicorn or something, and next turn just tribute Dance Princess and add the Unicorn back. So it's like just like Great Sorcerer, except it lets you play around Puppet Plant really easily. I played 1 Archfiend Eccentric.
Yeah, tell us about this.
I had no idea.
Didn't bring it in?
It was like 5 minutes before we were about to turn our deck list, and we were trying to figure out the last card in our side deck. And Jay walks up to me. He's like, "Guys, we should play this card." I was like, "Sure." Like, I don't know why I didn't ask why. I'm not the kind of person to not ask why, but I didn't. And like, he said that it's for, like, I kind of understand this. It's for against BA for like Vanity's Fiend and whatever, and against Clifford, just to activate it and then pop lose a turn or a scout or whatever. It's just like a 4th MST.
You didn't abuse it though ever?
Huh?
Didn't abusing it?
Yeah. It wasn't good, but like, it was there. Don't know why.
This card will now be on the list forever.
Yep. 3 MSTs, of course. I sided 1 Regeki, 2 Dark Hole, because against things like Shaddol and BA, like, their monsters are floaters, but they use 2 or 3 cards to make their one guy who gets 1 card back. So if you activate a Dark Hole, you take 1 card away from yourself, and then you take 1 card away from them that they use 3 cards to get into, and then they get 1 back. So they're at a -2 from that situation, you're at a -1 from that situation. So it's like a +1 if they only have 1 monster on the field. Then there's 2 Decree. My brother and I think Chris played 3 Decree instead of the 3rd Archfiend Eccentric. I honestly wish that I did that. That sounds much better. The card's amazing against BA and Telenites and whatever. And the last 3 cards in the side deck are 3 Debunk. This card is, I think it's strictly for the mirror, not for BA or anything, just strictly for the mirror, because of Puppet Plant And if they don't have public plant, it's just a defensive card. So like people were talking about, I don't know, chivalry. Or that card doesn't stop public plant or anything, but yeah, this card was just amazing for public plant, Vault, Brio, anything you want.
So what were your matchups? Just before we get to that.
I did not play any VA, any Cliffords. I entered with 2 buys, so I only had to play 7 rounds. Played against, I think, 3 Satellas, 2 Nekroz, Shadal. No. It was 2 Satellas, 2 Cosmos, 2 Nekroz, and Shadal, I think.
And then what did you lose to?
I just lost to Nekroz. Yeah, the extra drag real quick. 2 Emerald, comes up sometimes. Diamond Dire, card's amazing. Exoton, card's really good as well. This card, for anybody who doesn't know, this card takes 3 level 4s, and it's a once per turn. During either player's turn, you can activate one the corresponding effect, and on your turn, you can special back a level 4 or lower monster from your banished, and during your opponent's turn, you can add back a level 4 or lower monster from your banished. So you can just like banish Unicorn or anything, like have it banished, and then have like Great Sorcerer banished or anything, or the Performage cards, and just special them back. That card's broken. And then Crab King just out-towers Castel. We were playing 101 before this event, but Cosmos came out, and with Cosmo Town, we thought it'd just be better to play Castel. Only 1 Dweller. I think we should have played 2 of this card. I have no idea what we should have cut, but I think we should have played 2 of it. The card's amazing. Against Cosmos, against the Mirror, everything. 1 Cowboy. This card never came up all weekend. That could have been the card to cut for the second Dweller. 1 Rhapsody. 1 104 Masquerade. And for anybody who doesn't know what this one does, it takes 3 level 4s, and if a monster effect would be activated during the battle phase, you can attach 1 material and negate the activation, and your opponent takes 800. So like, in this deck, you can just spam rank 4s, so it's really easy to just put this on the field and kill your opponent through battle. Like, this deck is just really good at dealing damage and everything, essentially. 1 Dragon Master Knight, doesn't matter what 12 you play. Star Eater, doesn't matter what 11 you play. And 2 Herald. I don't think I ever needed 2 Herald this weekend.
So say we had an event like next week. Is there any other changes you make besides cutting the Eccentric? Maybe try to play a second Dweller?
Probably play a second Dweller. I don't really know.
Everything I see is pretty good.
There's almost no way that I can play the same deck again. There's no advantage in playing the same deck, I suppose.
So any shout outs you want to give, any plugs?
Yeah, Patrick, he thought of this deck. It was strictly his idea, and I was like, nah, I don't think that's going to be good. You're just going to have a bunch of dead Performage cards. And it was not the case. This deck was amazing.
Who do you think is going to be winning this event today? Who do you put your money on?
If I put my money on anybody, it would be Chris. And if I hoped it would be anybody, it would be Chris.
Last thing, can you just tell our players at home to play hard or go home?
Yep. Absolutely. Play hard or go home.